Exposed inside the 3 million pages of Jeffrey Epstein's dark empire. It is the biggest scandal of the 21st century, a story of money, power, and a level of corruption that goes all the way to the top. For years, we heard the whispers, a private island, a private jet, and a black book filled with the names of presidents, princes, and scientists. We were told it was just one bad apple, but the release of thousands of court documents, the Epstein Files, has proven one thing. This wasn't just one man. This was a system. Why is the world still talking about this in 2026? Because the public knows the truth isn't fully out yet. From the physics conferences with Stephen Hawking to the secret rooms of Prince Andrew, today we're breaking down everything. Who was Jeffrey Epstein? How did he get away with it for so long? And most importantly, who was really on the list? This is the A to Z story of the Epstein Files. Welcome to FameFlash. To understand the files, you have to understand the man. Jeffrey Epstein didn't start as a monster. He started as a math teacher at the Dalton School in New York. But in the 1980s, he entered Wall Street. And this is where the first mystery begins. How did he make his money? He claimed to be a billionaire, managing money for the ultra-wealthy. His only known major client was Leslie Wexner, the owner of Victoria's Secret. Suddenly, Epstein had it all.
So they make a hole in, and they tie string around, and then they put all around the body, but they're naked, and they got this tattoo on the private with like little piercings.
Okay.
Not like earrings, but like little gold piercings around their private.
Yeah.
And they all dance around with skulls on in the church there.
Okay.
So they have skulls, like the teachers and the staff. They got 20 skulls each.
And how do you know they've got 20 each?
Yes, because I counted once. They were like, there's one here, and then there's one here, and there's one on the neck here. Like they looks like skulls everywhere, on the knees, on the elbows. It looks like armor.
Okay. So if I was to try and find these skulls, where would I find them?
Yes, in the church.
Where in the church?
So there's this secret rooms. They got secret rooms.
Go on. Tell me, how do I find the secret?
So when you go in the secret rooms, because they hide it in loads of places.
A $77 million mansion in Manhattan, the largest private home in the city, a ranch in New Mexico, an apartment in Paris, and of course, the infamous island in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Little St. James. But Epstein wasn't just buying property. He was buying influence. He donated to Harvard, he funded science, and he threw parties that everyone wanted to attend. He built a shield of powerful friends. And behind that shield, he built a nightmare. Epstein didn't work alone. Enter Ghislaine Maxwell, the daughter of a media tycoon. She was the key to his operation. The files reveal a disturbing truth. Maxwell wasn't just his girlfriend, she was his head recruiter. According to victims like Virginia Giuffre, Maxwell's job was to find young, vulnerable girls, often from poor backgrounds, and lure them in. The pitch was always the same. Come give a massage, you'll make $200. But once inside, the mansion or on the island, the doors were locked. The massage was a lie. It was a trap. The operation was industrial. Girls were flown on Epstein's private Boeing 727, known notoriously as the Lolita Express. And this is where the blackmail comes in. It is widely believed, though still debated, that Epstein recorded what happened in his homes to keep his powerful friends silent. He wasn't just a predator, he was an intelligence asset, gathering dirt on the world's elite. You might be asking, why didn't the police stop him? Well, they tried. In 2005, police in Palm Beach, Florida, raided his house, they had evidence. They had him cornered. He was facing life in prison. But then, something impossible happened. In 2008, the U.S. attorney at the time, Alex Acosta, signed a secret non-prosecution agreement. It was the deal of a lifetime. Instead of life in prison, Epstein served just 13 months, and not in a real cell. He was allowed to leave jail 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, to go to his office. Even worse, this deal granted immunity to any potential co-conspirators. Basically, the government agreed not to chase the other people involved. Why? Acosta later famously claimed he was told that Epstein belonged to intelligence and was above his pay grade. This deal allowed Epstein to continue his lifestyle for another decade. Fast forward to today. After Epstein's arrest in 2019 and his suspicious death in a jail cell, the victims fought to get the documents unsealed. Now, let's talk about the names. This is the most misunderstood part of the story. Being in the files doesn't automatically mean someone is guilty. The files include witnesses, lawyers, and people who just flew on the plane. Let's break down the big ones based on the court documents. Prince Andrew. The files are most damaging for him. Virginia Giuffre testified under oath that she was trafficked to the prince in London, New York, and the island. She described specific details. The prince paid a massive settlement to stop the lawsuit, though he denies guilt. Former President Bill Clinton. The ex-president appears over 50 times in the files. Flight logs show he flew on Epstein's plane multiple times. One witness famously claimed Epstein said, "Clinton likes them young." However, Clinton has not been accused of any specific crime in these documents. Donald Trump. The files are mentioned for Donald Trump, but the context is different. One witness said they went to Trump's casino, but when asked if she ever gave Trump a massage, she said no. Another witness said she never saw Trump at Epstein's home. Stephen Hawking. This one shocked the internet. Hawking visited the island in 2006 for a physics conference. His name appears in an email where Epstein offers a reward to disprove a rumor that Hawking participated in an underage orgy. There is zero evidence or accusation from any victim that Hawking did anything wrong. Michael Jackson and Leonardo DiCaprio. Both are mentioned in passing. A witness said she met Jackson at Epstein's house, but explicitly stated nothing happened. For DiCaprio, the witness said she never actually met him, but Epstein would name drop him to impress girls. The center of this web was Little St. James. Locals called it the Island of Sin. It had a strange temple with a golden dome, underground tunnels, and isolation from the world. Today, the island sits empty, a ghost of the crimes committed there. Epstein is dead. Ghislaine Maxwell is serving 20 years in prison, but the public anger remains. Why? Because the client list, the list of men who actually paid for these acts, has never been officially released or prosecuted. The files we have are from a civil lawsuit, not a criminal prosecution of the clients. The Epstein Files are more than just gossip. They are a map of how the justice system failed. They show us that if you have enough money, you can buy silence. You can buy freedom. As we move through 2026, more documents are expected to be leaked. The story isn't over. The question is no longer what did Epstein do? The question is who else knew and why are they still free? What do you think? Will we ever see the full client list released, or will it remain a secret forever? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to FameFlash. We will keep digging until the truth is fully exposed. Thanks for watching.